Hey you guys, it's Yesenia from WriterMom.net, and today I'm talking about the two things that set successful indie authors apart from everybody else. I've been an indie author ever since New Year's Eve 2013, so I've been at this for quite a few years now, and I can tell you that the same authors who were successful back then, a lot of them are not even around today. Some people have come out of nowhere. The game is always changing, but what I can tell you about the authors who have stuck around in the long term is one, they know the importance of being consistent. And number two, which I'll talk about in just a minute, is they basically give readers what they want. They write what readers want. So let's go ahead and talk about the first one, consistency in writing and publishing. I follow a lot of long-term successful publishers like J.A. Huss and Chris Fox and Craig Martell and Michael Anderle, just a lot of authors like that, people who have been around for a while and they're incredibly successful. And I'm always kind of keeping my ear out for what they're learning, what they think has made them successful. And here's one thing that has popped up again and again, and that is consistency. One of my favorite authors, both as an indie author and as a reader, J.A. Huss, recently wrote a Facebook post, and all she talked about was the importance of consistency. So I can't tell you, if J.A. Huss, one of the most successful authors, indie authors around, is talking about consistency, like that's something you need to be paying attention to. And what she said is that that's what she credits most of her success to, is just sticking at it day in, day out, getting her words in. And if you look at a lot of authors like Craig Martell and other people like that, you will hear the same thing, just getting in those word counts every day. Now, every day for some people may mean every single day, Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week. For other authors like me, it's Monday through Friday, but whatever every day means for you, stick to that. Even if it's 10 words, 100 words, if you think it's not enough words, that it's not going to matter. If you skip a day, that is not true. Don't let yourself have any 0 word count days, and don't underestimate the value and importance of always moving forward in your work in progress, whatever you're writing at the moment. Always be chipping away at it. Maybe some days you're going to have a higher word count than others, but you know what? Everything adds up. Every single word adds up, and it means that you're getting out that book a little bit faster, and you start to pick up more momentum, and that makes you exponentially faster and more prolific. So again, just don't underestimate the value of being consistent as a writer and getting those words in and day out. So another thing about consistency is being consistent whenever you publish. So recently I made a video all about how I publish consistently, and that's using my publishing schedule or release schedule, however you want to call it. And if you're interested in that, I'll link to the video below. But basically, just always be consistent in how often you're publishing. This doesn't mean you have to publish every single month or even every 2 months, every 3 months. For you, it could mean every 6 months. There's tons of authors who are releasing even once a year and they're seeing tons of success. But a big part of it is they're sticking to a schedule. They're releasing every year or every 6 months, and readers know what to expect, and readers aren't forgetting about them because they're reminding them, they're staying in touch with them, and they're getting out the next book at a regular interval. And I think that is another huge thing to not underestimate, is just getting out the next book, even working on your process with every book and seeing if you can streamline this little bit and get a little bit faster and release a little bit sooner. You never know. You might be releasing every 6 months, and it turns out you could really do it in every 4 months, because you can actually save a little bit of time in your process. So just always be thinking about how you can be more consistent, stay on schedule, and see how often it makes sense for you to release. Make it realistic and stick to that. There's just so much value in that, because you're going to be growing your backlist all the time. Readers are always going to have something new from you to read. They're going to know when to expect it. And there's just so much momentum and confidence to be gained when you're releasing regularly and kind of just like always moving forward in your goals. That's really the big thing about consistency. That's why it's so important, is because you're always moving forward. It's so important to always be inching forward at least a little bit at a time than making a leap just every once in a while. The more consistent you are, you'll find that you start to pick up more momentum, and you actually get a little bit faster and a little bit better at what you're doing. So again, consistency is everything. The other thing that sets indie authors apart from those who don't stick around or who struggle is that successful indie authors give readers what they want. They write what readers really want to read and are more than happy to pay for and rave about and tell other people about. A lot of people call this writing to market, and this is what really helped me see a lot of success in 2018 for the first time in years, after being at this for a while and seeing zero sales and just a little bit of sales and just a few $100s, to finally like really making a good amount of money from my books. And that's because I read the top selling books in my genre. I really studied what readers want in young adult romance, and then I went and wrote it, and I made sure that I was hitting the tropes that readers were expecting, and ones that they resonated with, and ones that they got really excited about, and that's what I gave them. And it really works. A lot of authors have had success with writing to market, and then when you go and combine being consistent and releasing regularly with writing to market, like, this is how the majority of authors, the big names in our world, are really making it and just blowing it out of the park. If you go look at the top books in your genre, you'll probably see that the books at the top of the charts are ones that are written to market. They're giving readers something that they want. They're hitting some kind of popular trope or multiple tropes. And that's why those books are selling so much. And even books, even authors who are seeing like a good level of success, nothing crazy, you'll see, and who say that they don't really write to market, they're writing what they love, you'll notice that some part of the story is still hitting some kind of element that readers love, some kind of thing that readers really enjoy, and that's why they're buying that book. So you can still combine this with writing what you love, even if it's something crazy that's out there and you think nobody's gonna like. You can find something to put in there that readers are really gonna enjoy, or you can go full on and really write to market, still make it your own, still make it unique and fun to write, but still hit those tropes, and you'll be surprised at how much your book can sell just from that, just from writing to market, having a title that makes it clear that this is a story that readers want and what they're expecting, and getting a cover made that says the same thing. Just doing those three things, like 80% of your marketing is done, really. That's what I've seen for myself and from other authors. Just doing those three things, writing something that readers want, title and cover make sense, they're super professional, they're nice, they fit the genre, like boom, 80% of your job is done. And then if you can throw up some ads or newsletters or something like that, like, you're golden. So just go look at those bestseller lists in that genre, whatever you want to write in, read them, study them, take notes, and you'll be surprised at how much you can learn from those books that are selling, because they'll tell you exactly what readers are looking for and what they love to read, and it'll really give you tons of insights for your book and how you can tweak it to make it a little bit more to market. So just to sum up, the two things that set indie authors apart are: one, being consistent with your writing and how often you're publishing, and two, giving readers what they want. And whether that's writing to market or taking a story that you love and just putting something in there that you know readers will come to expect and enjoy, just those two things will set you apart from the thousands of indie authors who are struggling and don't really know why. So this is something that I wish I had learned, that somebody had told me early on, and that I have come to learn on my own journey. So I hope that this makes a big difference to you and helps you find success on your publishing journey. And I'd actually love to hear your thoughts on this below. Do you agree? Do you have anything else that you would add to this list of what sets successful indie authors apart? What have you learned on your journey so far? I'd love to hear it below in the comments. If you found this video helpful, I'd love it if you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos from me. And if you're loving this type of video and don't want to miss out on anything else from me, make sure you go to writermom.net. On the homepage, you can sign up for my weekly newsletter. You'll get notified of my videos as they come out so you don't miss any of them. And you'll also get some extra behind the scenes and just the most helpful resources that I'm finding all around the internet for indie authors, plus an inspirational quote, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. If that sounds like something that's interesting to you, again, go sign up at writermom.net. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.